And we're working our way up toward the Christmas season right now. One of the agencies or units, organizations in Nelson County that's been very important in our Christmas area, not only the Christmas time, but we see them a lot at Christmas time, is the local American Legion, Post 121, the Old Kentucky Home Post. We got the commander here with us today, is Commander Richard Ness. So Richard, first of all, welcome to the show.
Well, I thank you for having me, Kenny. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. So I'll let you just tell us a little bit right now. Christmas time. Now, I know that's very important to you, but what else is going on with the American Legion right now?
Well, we've got a lot of projects that we probably have just put to bed. As you know, we were very active this year in the World War II monument. We had 2 post members that really instituted it. Dr. Harry Spalding headed it and got all the research done. We had Joe Masterson also helping on the research for it. And I can't wait to see that monument up at the square. I'm just chomping at the bit. I think it was such a great project that the county and Post 121 had an opportunity to do together. And I think a lot of people will appreciate that monument up there. So.
Okay, well, a lot of people out there, veterans, maybe have come back from the Middle East and don't know a whole lot about the American Legion. They should, but obviously the American Legion is an organization that is a brotherhood of people that served in the military wartime.
Brotherhood and sisterhood. And sisterhood.
Exactly.
We're very fortunate here in Nelson County to have Post 121 that has been around for 96 years. And if you know anything about the American Legion, that's within 2 years of the American Legion actually forming. So the community has supported veterans almost from the very beginning, and Post 121's been extremely active.
And veterans, I mean, it's a networking opportunity, and it's a place to come in, but it provides a lot more than that. I mean, it provides veterans assistance in ways that people, if I have questions, I know there's some place to come to talk to.
Yeah. Well, as you said, we have service officers. As you know, one of our big goals is to have a very strong VA system. And by having a strong VA system, we have a lot more veterans that can participate in the system. And so service officers out of Post 121, helping veterans, male or female, getting the benefits that they're entitled to is very, very important because a lot of veterans do need the help as well. So,
okay. Well, what's going on at Christmas time?
Well, I was very happy that you asked me to come on the show. As you know, we've had this Christmas basket program for 11 years, and it was established 11 years ago by one post member called Bob Brim, and who's been a past commander. He originated the Christmas basket program. And over this 11 years, it's gone from helping 50 families up to 240 families. So it's had...
And they don't have to be veterans.
No, sir, but they do not. We have 2 separate portions of this. We do one for the community side, which are non-veterans, and then we have another little, all the same product that goes out, but we have one that is basically towards veterans that need the assistance. And our current chairman this year was, I don't know if you know Rick Newton or not, but he took it on this year, and he's doing a great job.
So if somebody wants to get involved with the American Legion receiving food, how do they get a hold of it?
Well, this is what we've done, is if you're a non-veteran, we've been given Chris's, who works for Bread for Life, we've been given his number, and he has his list, and it's our product, but it gives him an opportunity to see what other needs that they can do for people in the community. So we've allowed them to come up with the roster for the community side that we fulfill with our baskets. And on the veteran side, we have a simple system. We ask 5 questions. I didn't bring them here with me, but I always say to everybody, just give me a call, give the post a call, come on down, we'll fill out an application, 5 questions, and we try to see what we can do. And it's it's a great Christmas basket program.
One of the things about the American Legion is you call on your members to do something, and they mostly all show up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very good organization of veterans. Veterans are used to doing this in the military, whatever service they served in, and this is somewhat of an extension of being in the military.
Right. As well, again, we try to help each other. Sometimes it's above our pay grade, so to speak. So we have to reach out within the American Legion, or even within the community too, because sometimes an individual post can't do 100% of what is needed to help every veteran. I mean, we have our own systems. But we also have to be involved with the other United Way, Salvation Army, all those that we try to work together. We get calls from them. They ask us if we can help someone that's a veteran that's gone to them first. And so we swap back and forth and try to help community as well as veterans.
Now, I know y'all got a very active Facebook page, and you've been reaching out to people to let them know what you've been doing. Yeah. So if somebody wants to check out the Facebook page, American Legion Post 121, I believe is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's American Legion Post 121, Kentucky, because in the United States, I think there is 5 or 6 post 121.
Really?
So if you don't put that magical word Kentucky, KY, in there, you could be looking at the one in Texas. And trust us, we don't talk as like a people in Texas.
Not too much. But American Legion, you meet once a month, first Thursday of every month.
First Thursday, right? And as always, you stop in every
now and then. I've been there on occasion.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. And as far as our meals goes, we've had a lot of great community support from people in the community. As you've been to a few of these meetings, you know that we have community guests come in, and all of them say, gee whiz, I didn't realize the building was this big, or I didn't realize all the people that were involved in it.
And located on West Broadway here in Bardstown. So if somebody wants to come up on a Thursday night, they're welcome to come in, check you out.
First Thursday.
First Thursday night of the month at 6 o'clock, I believe, is when the social hour, and then you eat around 7.
Yep. As you know, that the Armory is what it's been called. It has a nice little sign over the door. It says the Armory, 1938. That building's been there as an armory first, and then been taken over by Post 121. And so it's been sitting in that one spot right there since 1938.
And you could use a few more members, couldn't you?
We can always use a few more, whether it be helping us lobby for better VA system, better GI Bill items and stuff like that, or within the community. We absolutely, and they can use us too. I mean, we can use them, and they can use the resources that we as an organization can either direct them to or help them obtain what they need and have deserved what they deserve.
So a lot of people have had some military time, military service, but it doesn't always have to end the day you get your DD-214 and walk out the door. You can continue on in some sort of this is a military capacity in many ways when brothers and sisters in arms basically come together, and because a lot of times people don't understand. Serving in the military, it's hard for other people to understand that didn't. But you've got a group here that knows exactly what you've been through in many respects.
Yep, and each different era has their own unique trials and tribulations, whether they be in today's conflicts within the world, or Vietnam with things like Agent Orange, whether they be different programs. I hate to always say this, but I think I've said it a number of times I've been here, suicide, etc. So we are a place for you to reach out to.
This is a support group.
Yeah.
It really is. And as one of the few Air Force people around this area, I know that they even accept us Air Force people. Even though it's a predominantly Army, few Marines and Navy.
Yeah. Well, that's because of Fort Knox and a few of the others. A lot of people have retired and decided to stay in Kentucky as well, instead of going back to Maine.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot of activities too. Now you have a dance on Saturday nights. You've got building you rent out when people need a building.
Yeah, we've had a dance at the Legion, the Army, for 55 years. It's still growing strong. We have live bands. We have the best dance floor in Kentucky, and even if you don't dance, we're fun to watch. And we have some really great live bands that participate. So it's
well, check them out. Like I said, give them a call up there at the American Legion. Check out their Facebook page, and give Richard. You're generally there many days of the week. I know it's not you just don't show up on meeting nights.
No, don't forget if I can give the phone number.
Oh, absolutely.
The phone number is 348-2208. That goes directly to the post, and if no one's there, it comes automatically to my cell phone. So if you call the post, we'll always try to have somebody speak to you, no matter what. So even if there's no one down at the Armory, we'll have somebody hopefully that can help you.
I get a lot of calls. People will say, veterans, they say, where do I go for help? I need help. And I know you have your service officers there, but I think every Friday morning pretty much, aren't they?
10 to 12. We have two, Leon and Steve. Joe Masterson also shows up every now and then. So we have Cape Sam Smith. He was a service officer. He pops in. And once again, it's a very important benefit to veterans to have people who really would like to help you and help you in the direction that will help you, actually.
So veterans, you're not alone. Once you leave the military service, you're separated. That doesn't mean you're necessarily alone. You got a lot of friends and supporters right here at the American Legion, Post 121, and Richard, we're proud of what you're doing up there, and you all keep on doing it. Like I said, you're helping veterans all over the country, not just here, but specifically here. But I know that with several projects you're doing, it goes worldwide.
Well, as I said, we greatly appreciate it, you being here, allowing us to talk about the food baskets. We mentioned some of the other programs, Flags in Schools, which we've been very active with. So we've got a lot of projects, building handicap ramps, etc. I do have something special for you, if I could.
Absolutely.
The membership, I know this is separate, but the membership wanted to give you this check for the United Way.
Oh, okay. Well, I know the United Way always appreciates it.
We wanted to bring that out to you today and present it to you. It's not an awful lot, but we think that us being more active in the community, for the community, as well as for ourselves, the veterans, we couldn't ask for anything better. And so,
well, we appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate all the community service, and like I said, some great people that belong to the American Legion here in Bardstown, and the people that really care. I mean, that's one thing I say about them. They're there because they enjoy the camaraderie, but they do. Most of them that I've met are really genuine people that want to give back.
Right. And again, thanks for having me.
All right.
And
we appreciate you being here.
All right.
Commander Richard Ness, Commander of Post 121, the Old Kentucky Home Chapter here of the American Legion in Bardstown. And again, if you are a veteran, you want to learn more about joining the American Legion, or you just have some questions about help you may need, you're not alone. And that's the question. As Richard hit on this a few minutes ago, we got way too many veterans committing suicide out there right now. And there's way too many veterans out there that feel like that they've been abandoned in some ways, or don't feel that family anymore. Well, that family's still here, and most of it's right here with the American Legion. So give Richard Nest or one of his people a call up at the American Legion Post 121. And again, what's that number? 348 22 08. 348-2208. Give them a call or get in touch with them, and they'd be more than happy to bring you into the family. So again, Richard, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with more community focus right after these messages here on Channel 6 TV.